Hi, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you this journal that I made some time ago but just didn't have time to finish it. So on the front cover is one of my handmade Trashy dolls. I have videos on how I made these Trashy dolls. As you can see, it's with packaging things and I added different stickers and trims, and here's confetti bow. Anyways, this journal has 6 signatures. It ties with this leather-like faux leather string, and I added 2 beads, one on each end. So I was trying to get something that this would fit through, and then I have pretty blue button. So anyways, I decided to call this journal Bella Rosa because I found this thing in my stash. So it has protective corners. I used some Inca gold on the edges, sticker, some trims and a sticker here, and as I mentioned, 6 signatures, so it's a pretty big journal. And I have a few things in here. I have, everything is detachable, so pretty tassel with different trims and stuff. That's from Hobby Lobby. I also had it in one of my hauls. Then I added this pretty girl, and I added some beads here, and that's also a charm, so that's a charm. And then I made this charm. There's a rose here. And this is from thrift store. It's a piece of an earring. So 3 things here. They all look really pretty, really nice. So that's like my little Bella Rosa here. Here's the actual one. Here's a little rose. So it's really colorful and pretty. So let me show you the journal. So I have a few things in the first pocket. You can put these things together, make cute little tags. I couldn't find the stamp, so I just wrote on it. And I didn't glue this, or actually I think I did glue it. Let me see really quick. I thought that I left it as a project for the person that's going to buy it, but I forgot I glued it. So it is glued. And library card, few things. This Chinese year of the snake little thing, might need it. And then this is a pocket, and I have a few things in here that you can also use somehow in a journal. You know, you can glue this together. This would look pretty. Anyways, you can figure what you want to do with that. You can put all of these things together, and this is also removable, so you can add it somewhere in the journal. Cute little card with the bird. Some nice book pages, lined paper, vintage pages, trash, and some pretty beautiful, this is so pretty, different books I used. And I also used a lot of junk mail envelopes, old used envelopes. So I'm just going to go rather quick through this so you can see what's in this journal. This is a beautiful page. So this is kind of Christmassy. So you can use this journal all year round. Then here, isn't this pretty? This will be perfect for Valentine's. Anyways, you can use it. You can make an envelope out of it. You can stitch or glue this and use it as a pouch, or add it to a page and extend the page. I think, is this the same one? It is, okay. So here is a pocket with extra stuff. And then here I put together, but I didn't glue this, is a pretty tag with trim, fabric trim, and a card, but you could glue this together, add extras, and you have very unique tag. So as I mentioned, different pages. Here are a few things. You can journal on that. This, you can use this as stencil. You would use a piece of paper and you could stencil this, and then you can fussy cut it. You can use it as for other projects. Where was I here? Anyways, you can add a page to that also and kind of make a background for it if you want to. But I have this pretty, look at that, you can see the leaves. Pretty piece of paper, it looks like handmade. Anyways, I thought it matched this page on this side. And then here, because I have all these blue and purple colors, I figured I'll include this. You can make a tag, big tag with it, or you could glue these three sides, and here you have extra notes. You could put the notes inside. So many different ways to use things, and pretty tag, sticker. Rome. So as I mentioned, you can use this journal not just for one season, not just for 1 year, but just continue using it. And you could glue this down and then journal on it. That would look really pretty with that punched edge. So that's that. Here's another beautiful tag, and I thought it looked really pretty with this page. So that's a flip. It says happy birthday, follow your dreams. Anyways, you could glue this, and that will give you a pocket here and a pocket here if you wanted to. Or you can add pages to it and write on. You can still write on it the way it is. So I really like this page. Then here's the other side. Again, I would use it as stencils, but you could just use a piece of paper. You can glue this down and you can embellish it, and you can still write. You can write here, here, here. You can add some pretty edge. So many different things to do with this. I might just clip it just in case. And here what we had is a bookmark that's also removable. It's on a, what is it called? Lobster clasp, little clasp. And these little resin flowers are from Hobby Lobby. This one is pink. So anyways, you can, as you go, you can mark where you're working. And it's long. You can make it shorter if you want to. You can remove some of these pieces here. It's really pretty. It's the other side of the bag with a pretty piece of paper. Beautiful. This is from a catalog or something, and I already glued this on top of it, so you can write here. Here I have little kittens. So there's really a lot of different things. I like how these two pages work together. So you have a little brown and pink here. And you have this on the side. So that's pretty cool. All the patterns can be definitely give you ideas for things. Again, trash. Then here is leftover from that page, but it's so pretty, I thought you can make it into a tag. Here's another junk mail envelope with a pretty tag, pretty paper. And here is a postcard. So as you can see, old used envelope, and I covered the code here. Here's a sticker and another ephemera piece. This I glued down and I stamped, and here I added some washi. Things that inspire me, happiness level. I love this stuff. So a lot of places to journal, plain, like this one for example. Even here you can still journal. This looks like a jungle, that's beautiful. Here are these pieces with cats. This is written on because it's junk stuff. Here I added, this is also on a lobster clasp, so everything is, I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that are removable. So I added this, and look at that, rose C. It's kind of like Bella Rosa. This is rose C. I thought that was pretty cool. So I added some things in here too, in this pouch, and a sticker that you can use. And it snaps, okay. So then here, again, I used die cut negatives, just like the other one I showed you. Again, you can use it for stenciling. You can glue this down, and if you glue that down, then you can write on it. Other than that, you have holes here. So you can, of course, you can add bigger piece of paper, but I have this one here for little contrast. Book pages, yummy cake. What's this? How was your quality of sleep? Is it affecting your mood? Well, it's definitely affecting your mood. This is lined paper again. This is vellum paper that I got somewhere. A little crinkled, so it could be coming from some shipping parcel. Butterflies here. Imagine if you colored each butterfly different color. That would be really pretty. And look how sweet is this. Isn't that sweet? From a vintage book. And what do we have here? Pretty roses. I appreciate your hard work. That's what I have in here. Then another piece of paper. Again, you can put these things together, and look what a pretty page. And there's also this, so you could make layers with it. I could even put this here for extra color. That looks pretty cool. Can use this paper clip. That's pretty. Extend the learning. Here's this vintage book page. There's a lot of pages because it's 6 signatures. This is why I'm trying to go kind of fast through this. Now this, I have this here because this is a cookbook, but this is really pretty textured piece of paper, and I also thought you could make it into a tuck spot. So if you glued this on 3 sides, then you can have it as a tuck spot, and this piece would go right in it. Of course, you can glue it somewhere and write on it. You could do it the other way around with the flower at the bottom. And then what is this? I didn't glue this because I thought you could glue it on both sides, or you can keep it as a flip, and then you have a little tag inside. So let me put this back together. Okay, pretty. Then here's butterfly, that same color as this, and kind of here, and here butterflies too, so it's kind of butterfly page. And here again, you can add a piece of paper to it and make a background, and that would give you another page. If you glued a large page, you can even use one of these pages that I had in the pouch with the book page. That would look really neat too. So moving along, 2 more signatures. That's a book jacket that I flipped inside out. I glued this so you can journal on that, and here's a tag. That's another junk mail envelope. Here's another pocket. This is textured, perfect for backgrounds or projects. And these are always nice because you can just write on it and glue this right here. You glue this and this. You can even, if you could actually keep that cross there. That would look really pretty. Maybe a prayer page or something. Look how pretty this looks with that cross there. Anyways, up to you. Can just give you ideas. That's from Belk, I think, that jewelry here. As I mentioned, a lot of junk in here. These are leaves I drew at some point and I copied that. That is from Disney. I think it's from Disney, some type of map from Riverside, I guess. Another book page. This is a beautiful page. Grace and peace be yours in abundance. Vintage, beautiful vintage page here from a music book. That's also from a packaging, but looks cool. I absolutely love all the gems on this side. This green works well with this green. And you have butterfly here, pretty, very pretty rings. And here is a card. You can write in it. You can glue this down, and that would work really well with this. And you can journal, you can open it up and journal on it. You could also glue, this down and make it for a large pocket for a larger tag. That would also look pretty. There's always a lot of possibilities here. Sorry for that. So here's the other side of the junk mail envelope. I covered that print with pieces of paper added here. 1, 2. That's just a little flip. You can glue it down or keep it the way it is. And that's the other side of the book jacket. I didn't glue this. You can glue it or staple it. And here you have some things to work with. And a pretty tag. Postcard on this side. Pretty furniture. Few pieces of paper for fun. Bingo card that can go as a background for your pictures. Beautiful butterflies. Vintage-like looking ledger, but it's new. I even found Christmas doily, kind of colors worked here. Then this again could be Valentine's. Piece of paper that I just had lying down. As you can see, it's not cut straight because that's the way I made this journal, looking for different things. So this is ripped because it's supposed to be Trashy journal. Then this envelope could be either for the card I just showed you or just You can glue it somewhere in the journal and have a flip and then write on it. I included extra paper. So you could even glue all this together and look, what a pretty colorful page. So you can be definitely creative here. Butterfly, you can glue this butterfly. This, I thought, that's leftover from the envelopes. You could glue this down on 3 sides and this will give you a pocket. So different color gives low contrast, and you can definitely use that. All the little pieces that you can use to make this journal your own. Clipped few pages, not just one. Okay. Then look at the books with butterflies, and these are actually bookmarks. How cool and great idea. Again, full of, just one more chapter, that's cool. Full of inspirations. And that's the end. So this journal is available in my Etsy shop. I'm going to see, it comes with a lot of things. I'm going to link it. And this bookmark can go anywhere in the journal. And it's long enough so you can even put this journal on your bookcase, bookshelf, and this is still here, so it's not getting in the way of putting it, you know, straight. And then you have all the pretty pieces here. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this journal. Please leave a comment and a like, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.